Contrast that in the reel where it's just a guy brushing his cauliflower ear and staring at it, and it's like, what's going on here? It feels like this guy's just like got something real to say, because he's obviously a real guy, but he's not like presenting it in a weird way, right? So I'll just keep playing.
I feel comfortable.
Immediately they're like, holy fuck, they've introduced like a character to the fucking video where it's like, this thing's gonna like, something's gonna happen and it's gonna be scary. So they're immediately setting up the stakes of like, oh shit, is he gonna put that in his ear? And there's someone in the background as well. There's like a woman as well. So it's like, you get another fucking dynamic in the video. You're just fascinated because you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Okay, so I don't know. That literally got 4 million views. Like you can learn so much. I'm trying to think. There was basically an old Alex Becker training, and I learned about running ads, and he would talk about like they had to present the information. Like they basically had some file or something that they put in your computer to run your ads better and make you more money. So how do you show that without like just showing a boring screen? He like had a USB stick and he just had it hold it out towards the camera, and it's like an immediate like, it's a visual image of something interesting. It's like, this USB stick made me an extra $300,000 or something. You're like, holy fuck, what was on it? And that's all you have to do at the start, just create intrigue. So let's look at some more. I want to look for ones that are getting a lot of views.
Are you fat? Are you fat? Now, having fat doesn't mean you're fat. If you're like
immediately ask a question, and he's got a whiteboard.
Me, you got a bit of chub, but you're still happy to run without your top off. That's all right. If yes, we need to do something about that. And yeah, it's called a calorie deficit, and everyone tries to say like, oh, it's not just a calorie deficit. There's so much more nuance to that. But it means the same thing. CFD, calorie fucking deficit.
Okay, so this is 2 minutes. It's not really what I'm looking for here, but again,
this many
good visual image.
You could have all of these, and for this many calories, you could eat all of these. And although showcasing the difference between nutritional, voluminous food.
Okay, I'm going to look at better examples. I'll pause and go here. Okay, perfect example. So we've got a video.
You see, and I have a full page dedicated to food and recipes, so you might think that I'm extremely passionate about cooking, but the truth...
So immediately it's his like style of talking is like, he has something interesting to say. He's not trying too hard, and he's not like a try hard, if you know what I mean. There's so many people who are like, like jumping on the screen and being a fucking annoying bastard. Whereas like, he's just like, I have something to say. This is interesting. It might be funny. You can tell like something's going to be funny because he's like, I have something to say. It's very monotone, right?
The truth is, I strongly dislike spending time making food.
So he's just like defied a big truth. So he's like, I have a full channel about making food, but I don't like doing it. And you're like, okay, what does he have to say?
And my actual capability as a chef is beginner at best.
So it's like completely creating contrast in what he's saying.
You might be thinking, Sean, why do you post all these recipe videos if you don't even care that much about making food? But it's quite simple, really. I'm not passionate about cooking. However, I am extremely passionate about eating. But unfortunately, to eat the food, you have to make the food. So that's why I created this.
So here is the big idea. So this is something you see all the time in copywriting, where you create a mechanism or something that's going to get you what you want. So it's like, people watching this video are like, oh, I want to eat healthier and shit, but I don't like cooking. I can relate to this guy. Oh, he's got his whole business. If he's got a whole fucking business around it and he doesn't like cooking, there must be some magic thing he's doing. I'm just a normal person and I don't like cooking. So like, what the fuck is this guy doing that I'm not doing? So that's when he introduces the CLF, you know, so he's like, what is this fucking technique?
CFLF movement. By the way, this is the only correct way to open a banana. Upside down and then like that. Once I started doing that, my life was literally never the same.
So it's just like building more rapport with the viewer.
CFLF stands for cooking for lazy fuckers.
Right, so that's like the humor comes in. It's like, oh shit, I thought this was going to be some fancy technical health term, but it's just a fucking thing. So like, this could easily be replicated in like the make money niche. So you have to understand, right? So I want to make reels, and we're on this call right now with Aiden because I want to get him to make me some reels on, you know, my Instagram account for people who want to make money, right? And so I want to help specifically people who want to make money with copywriting. And I want to do that on YouTube, but I can't do that on Reels, because the reason I can do it on YouTube is because you have longer form content, and it's a lot more competitive to make long form content that's more wide. So that's why I'm going for like shorter stuff. But when it comes to short form, it just comes down to a really good script and some basic visuals and stuff like that, right? So what you can do is basically we could take this idea. So I could be like, right, my name's Matthew, and over the last couple of, and I've built a business that's done X amount of sales and blah blah blah. But I'll be honest, I absolutely hate working. And it's like, you know, something like I've worked over 10,000 hours and built online businesses that made X amount of money. But I'm gonna be honest, I fucking hate doing it. And it's like, so that's why I invented the fucking working for lazy fuckers technique. And then it's like literally like me, it's like it could be a little daily structure that I use. It's like, right, I get up in the morning, like literally what I get up in the morning and do, not at the moment, I'm taking a week on holiday, but when I get up in the morning, don't do anything other than I go up and get my water, I fucking lock in for like 3 hours and I just work, and then I get breakfast, I go for a walk, I get myself out of the fucking house. But like those 3 hours are the most important because I get the most deep work done. Nobody can distract me, and it's like that's my. If I don't fucking do anything else for the rest of that day, I've done the most important shit. It's gonna drive the business forward. And so like that's the mechanism we could teach people. Is like, I'm gonna be honest. I've fucking written, or like, let's say I'm trying to think on the spot. Okay, so I nearly want to open a Google Doc here and just smash one out. Okay, so let's try and recreate this. Fuck, this is gonna be a lot longer of a training than I thought it would be, but fuck it. Right, so let's just literally break this video down and see how we can use it in our niche, because it's a good performing video. Even if this hasn't got the most views, I can just sense that it's a good video, and especially the fact that like nobody makes videos like this in my niche. They're all little fucking dickheads who flex their cards all the time. So how do we show? So I would probably shoot this with a nice background or somewhere cool and demonstrate first of all that I've got a business and that I've made money. That's how you like Sean's demonstrating that he's in good shape because he's just standing there and you can see he's in good shape. So how do we sort of demonstrate that, you know, making money without being a dickhead? You could do it in front of a fucking Lamborghini and it would work, and you could just be a lot more sort of, yeah, you'd just be fine. I mean, that would literally work very well, I think. Okay, so let's see.
I'm Sean Casey, and I have a full page dedicated to food and recipes, so you might think that I'm extremely passionate.
My name Matthew, and I have a full page dedicated to starting your own business. And then what does he say next?
Passionate about cooking.
So you might think I'm extremely passionate about business. Starting your own business. About, yeah, okay. Working. Or just business, right? It doesn't matter, first draft.
But the truth is,
I strongly despise working at all.
I strongly dislike spending time making food, and my actual capability as a chef is a beginner at best. So you might.
And I'm not actually the richest man in world, right? So like we're just taking his hook. So like introducing yourself, and it's just a funny little interesting way to say hello, right? You could even cut this out. My name's Matthew, and I have a full page dedicated to. It's all about the delivery here. So you could deliver this like a fucking dickhead and be like, "My name's Matthew, and I have a full page dedicated to starting your own business." So you might, but like, if you're ever going to work with a client, right, you need to let them understand, like, that's boring. Like, you need to be able to coach someone and tell them like, there's a lot more that goes. If you're going to write YouTube or video scripts of any kind, there's a lot more than just writing the script, but like obviously there's a lot more money to be made, so you just have to make you know, you just have to work harder in this. And so like, it's like if the delivery here is so important, and you need to like get that across if you ever decide to write reels for someone. And you can write reels for someone. You could literally come up and fucking write reels for. You could write reels for personal trainers, like business people, fucking anyone who has a personal business, personal brand business. All right. I'm not actually the richest man in the world. Like, this could be a better line. I'm just not gonna fucking go too hard on it right now.
I'd be thinking, Sean, why do you post?
So you might be thinking, Matthew, why do you post all these make money videos? I'm aware I'm literally just copying this word for word, but it's like, this is how you learn. I'm not gonna fucking do this. Like, I don't do this for every video. I just want to show you like how to structure it and why it works.
You see, and I have a full page dedicated to food and recipes, so you might think that I'm extremely passionate about cooking, but the truth is, I strongly dislike spending time making food, and my actual capability as a chef is beginner at best. So you might be thinking, Sean, why do you post all these recipe videos if you don't even care that much about making food? But it's quite simple, really. I'm not passionate about cooking, however, I am.
Okay, perfect, right? Why do you post all these make money videos if you don't like making money? Or if you don't like working on business? Working on your business, yes. The truth is very simple. I don't want to work all day, but I strongly I don't know, I very much enjoy making money all day. That's why I came up with the... So I'm not going to rip off the exact fucking thing he's saying here. You could say something else that's funny. That's why I came up with the working for lazy fuckers lifestyle, right? And so why this works, why this fucking line, this specific mechanism works, is because think about the audience, right? So think about his audience, cooking for lazy fuckers. So most people don't like cooking. Most people can't be fucked with the time of cooking, but they want to eat healthy. So it's like, he's giving you permission to be a lazy fucker, but he also wants to give you the results. So it's like, oh, this guy's helping me, but he's not going to fucking lie to me and tell me that it's going to be, you know, he's not going to lie to me and tell me like I can make Michelin star food. It's like, okay, I'll probably get like decent food here for fucking a small amount of time. That's a trade I'm willing to take. So he's pulling away the pain. Like the main things you always want to deliver, whether it's in a video or it's a sales page or it's a fucking VSL or whatever it is like, you want to remove the person's problems. You want to basically give them exactly what they want, and they want to get it fast, easy, and without the stress, without the pain. And if you can think about that in every fucking piece of copy you ever write, people want it fast, easy, and without pain, without all the shit that they don't like. And so think about it like how to make money from your laptop without working 12 hours a day from anyone, without experience in technology or blah blah blah, or how to lose weight without cooking fucking 20 hours a week and still eat the food you enjoy. It's like, I get what I want fast, I get it easy, and I don't have to worry about all the shit things I don't like. So that's pretty much it. So like, I could go through, I'll finish this quick reel. So this is just going to be copied over. We could use this and change it up a little bit more, because I don't like just fucking straight up ripping off. Especially like, I've grown up with Sean, we're like best friends. So like, I'm not going to just fucking rip the same idea.
I'm extremely passionate about eating, but unfortunately to eat the food you have to make the food. So that's why I created the CFLF movement. By the way, this is the only correct way to open a banana.
So for this clip, you could show me being like, by the way, this is how you ride a motorbike in Bali, and then you just fucking me zooming off, you know, by the way, this is how to turn on a motorbike. Indonesia. something interesting. It's just like, what the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Like, he's just just confident and just, I don't know.
Upside down, and then like that. Once I started doing that, my life was literally never the same. CFLF stands for Cooking for Lazy Fuckers. It's basically for people that want to be a bit less fat while eating food that tastes amazing.
See? People who want to be less fat while eating food that tastes amazing.
But without having to spend 4 million.
And without having to spend all the time. They want it fast, they want the food they want, and they don't want the pain. So they get fucking all the results they want, right? So that is, you're going to find that in any, this guy is fucking absolutely genius at making reels. And so it's going to be the same. I'm not going to continue copying this one. I just wanted to show you, but yeah.
Hours in the cook and creating it with about 20,200,000.
Yes, like with all this pain.
53,000 different ingredients. What I do is think, how can I get the most amount of taste for the least amount of effort while still being low calorie and high protein?
Literally just best thing, fucking lowest pain point.
So that I can be a bit less fat. The majority of my meals are so straightforward and simple that it's a bit of an insult to even call them a recipe. I literally created a full recipe book.
So like he also put in his caption, a raspberry, right? And you're gonna get fucking people, let's see if we can find, generally like he does that because he's like, yeah look, a raspberry, 73 likes. Fucking people go to the comments, which means they're spent more time in the video, which means the video is getting more watch time, which means everything fucking goes up. So like, there's so many little ways to like up your watch time, and watch time, like if you can get good at reels, bro, you'll be fucking millionaire in no time, right? So
filled with meals that can be made in under 10 minutes for my fellow lazy fuckers. The bottom line is, you don't need to be passionate about cooking or have any sort of chefing ability to make amazing food that tastes great while being a bit less fat. Nearly all of my recipes just have basic ingredients. You can fry them in a slow cooker or an air fryer, or sometimes it's just a bowl with yogurt and fruit. So if you are a lazy fucker that's trying to be a bit less fat, then join the club. My name's Sean.
There you go, right? So that's obviously a little call to action to follow at the end. So that's pretty much it. So you could literally I would just go through all of these, right? Just think about what I've just said. Like, we'll do one more and then I'll cut this off. I'll show you one or two other channels as well.
This full bowl only has 350 calories. This is an extremely strange combination, but you're just...
Interesting, like creating intrigue. This is extremely strange. This full thing has everything you want.
You're gonna have to trust me on this one, it works. We're gonna start with some 0% fat.
We just get straight into it on that one. Let's see, you generally want to go to ones, like he's got a lot of recipe book ones.
A few months ago I looked like this at 88 kg and I currently look like this at 91. And you might be thinking, Sean mate, this is a bit embarrassing. You literally get paid to show people how to lose weight.
Yeah, so I could be like, a few months ago I was fucking, my business was doing this much, or I thought I had to do this. Now I'm fucking living in a cheap villa and blah blah blah. And it's like, you might be thinking, why, like, defy the viewer's expectations of what a rich person is or what a smart business owner is, or like what a, like, perfect, right? Grind, fucking everybody thinks you have to grind 24 hours a day. A few years ago I used to work like this, and it's a packed calendar, like fucking 12 hours a day. We just make that calendar, right? I obviously don't have it from then. And then you're like, now my calendar looks like this, and it's like 2 hours a day, and then fucking surf, you know, just other things that are funny and like making it look like you're just chilling out. And you might be thinking, Matthew, it's your job to fucking teach people how to start businesses, and you don't even do that much work yourself. What are you talking about? And then you get into the point, I guarantee it's going to be like, you know, I don't have to be like this 24/7 all year round because I want to last in this game for fucking 50 years, blah, blah, blah. It's basically just about how to be sustainable in business. So I can tell you what the video is about without even fucking watching it. But that's pretty much it. There's so much more. I'd love to just keep going through these. Fuck it, I'll do a little bit more.
If you're a woman on a weight loss journey, this is...
So he's moving something. He's like fucking multiple things are going on.
Potentially the most...
And it's very specific to women on weight loss journeys, right? Women who don't want to be fucking fat anymore, and he's just targeting those immediately.
Important video you'll ever watch, because I'm going to talk about your menstrual cycle and how it affects the process. The first thing that's important to understand is there's absolutely...
So it's like he's building the stakes, or he's building intrigue. It's like there's a fucking... No, this is getting really deep, boys and girls, but basically there's a technique in filmmaking. Let me pause this and find a clip. Okay, so this is a scene from Inglourious Basterds, which is a movie from like 15 years ago. This is an absolutely amazing scene. So, have you seen this one, Aidan?
I have not, no.
Okay. Basically, I'll not spoil... Well, I'll fucking spoil it. It's only the first scene in the movie. So this guy here is a German SS officer, and this guy is just a French farmer. And basically, the whole conversation is about, like, random shit. He just comes up to the guy's house doing a routine inspection because they're looking for Jews that are being harboured in the World War, right? And so the whole conversation slowly boils, right? But at the start of this thing, which isn't mentioned, or I don't think it's shown in the scene here, I think they've cut too quickly. Basically, you can see a couple of Jews under the floorboards, and this guy thinks he's gotten away with hiding them, and this guy fucking knows, and you kind of don't know whether he knows, you kind of do know whether he knows, and the whole fucking thing is suspense, right? So you don't know what is happening. The suspense is being built by a fucking single shot in the scene where you just see some eyes coming through the floorboards. And the whole fucking scene, you're like, does this guy know that they're here? Because there's massive consequences if he does. And then at the end, he like breaks the guy down. He's like, you're hiding Jews here, aren't you? And he's like, yes. And then they come in and unfortunately kill them all. So that's fucking how to build suspense, and it's done in this video as well. Believe it or not, like this is how you build, like buildings. There's so much shit that goes into story. Like if you really want to get good at this shit, like study storytellers. There's a book by Robert McKee, Story, I think it's called. Yeah, just called Story. Might be worth looking at that video. There's good YouTube channels called, I can't remember, there was one about like Nightcrawler, and yeah, there's ones about like video essays or something. So yes, it's called Lessons from the Screenplay. So you might enjoy this if you want to learn about story. This is a channel I used to fucking love. He doesn't do videos anymore, unfortunately, but they basically like study stories and shit. So I used to watch that all the time. So yeah, he's just building up things. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing with these 4 glasses? He's got something to tell me. He's building suspense without even saying anything.
There's zero conclusive evidence to say this is exact.
And it's like, why is some young guy giving advice on the menstrual cycle? What the fuck would he know? But he obviously had something in his mind because he's fucking blah blah blah. And then obviously whatever the message was, he delivered a good message. We'll look at one more. I mean, this is interesting. This is not the one. We'll count.
Out of every slow cooker recipe I've ever posted, these honey garlic chicken noodles are definitely the people's favourite.
It's like a visually appealing image, and it's like the guy's immediately getting into the story. He's not going like, hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make this fucking noodle recipe or something, because it's like that's what most boring people would do. Get into the fucking thing, no fucking around.
So here's how you make them. To your slow cooker, add chicken breast, soy sauce, sriracha, hoisin, honey, garlic, ginger, a bit of corn.
It's like it gives you no time. You have to watch the video back like 10 times, which is probably why it has like 14 million fucking views. And so like there's so much more. Let's see, what's this one? Yes, okay, so we're getting immediately, we know what the video is about.
Completed 365 days.
It's a visually appealing image. Again, it's not like so many people have shit visually appealing image.
Is without any alcohol. And here's my honest thoughts on sobriety. I'd like to start by saying I'm extremely proud that I've achieved this, because there was a period of time where my full
Now he's just relating to you.
life revolved around drink and drugs, and I couldn't imagine going a week sober, never mind a year. I'm not an alcoholic, but the reason that I wanted to stop drinking for a year is because it was just making me feel awful, physically and mentally. I was consistently going out, blacking out, then waking up the next day filled with
Very, very relatable story. Then he's going to talk about what he learned. Blah, blah, blah. You get the point. Like, I would study his videos fucking 24 hours a day if I were you. Like, he has hundreds here. If people want swipe files, this is a fucking swipe file. Write them out again. Like, write them for a make money niche if you want. If you want to write them for my videos, feel free to do that. And that is the best practice. I would literally go through every fucking video you can. And if you're able to repeat that in another niche, and you'll be able to repeat it more than you think you will.
I spent 30 days eating nothing but...
So some of them, obviously, that's not relevant because that's about a specific challenge he did on his page. But again, you want to look for videos.
This is a 32 kg dumbbell, and I'm going to use it to put into context what it's actually like when you have a lot of weight to lose. It's quite...
This is a fucking Google Calendar filled with book calls. This is a calendar for how much work I'm doing this week. This is a notepad for all of the blah, blah, blah I've done. You know, like, show a visual image of something that I'm doing in business and how I can relate to the viewer. And then fucking get into the point, like, then go on from the script from there. And so that's pretty much, I'm not going to do any more on this guy. Tony McAlevey is another guy I know. His is a different style. Like, I'm not going to do this style, but So like this is fucking, obviously he's got an impressive physique. It's a weird physique, but like it immediately grabs your attention, and then he comes out and he says something interesting.
Are you one of these dickheads that keeps swapping out normal milk for oat milk? And you're
It's kind of like just jarring. It's meant to annoy you, and like a lot of people won't like him, and a lot of people will. And
thinking this is gonna
the point, like, be polarizing. Don't be fucking. You have to have something to say. You can't just be sitting there like, oh yeah, it can be easy, you know, it can be good, you know, like you just come out with some shite, boring like most people just do. Oh, did you know you can make money online? And it's like, happy, friendly. This guy doesn't have a fucking clue what he's talking about, because he's like being my best friend. You have to have a bit of fucking like confidence. Say something. You need to have like something where people are like, you either don't like it or you do, but like you're gonna listen a lot more than if I'm just like, well, it can be useful if you know, study these and blah, blah, blah. Like, nobody gives a fuck. So, let's look at James Smith. I mean, looked at his. His are a little bit more difficult to break down because a lot are YouTube. But you can still look through them. Again, like, fitness people are great to look at because these guys have basically figured out how to get millions of views without a massive, expensive video budget, right? Cardinal Mason, so this is a good one to look for making copywriting content. So you can pretty much I would just look for like outliers. 2.2 million.
There's one piece of advice you can take about making money. Please let it be this. You're wondering why you should listen to me? I became a millionaire at 24.
So immediately builds confidence, who the fuck he is, why you need to listen.
I make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month profit. So listen. Pretty much everyone watching this is about 3 months away from making six figures. By six figures, I mean between 10 and 15 grand a month. You could take just my free advice, do everything I say, and send 50 DMs and 50 emails a day to the people that I tell you to reach out to. Do that for 3 months and don't fuck it up, and you will be at six figures, no problem.
So it's just like the sheer confidence this guy has to tell you. He also has the mechanism of 50 and 50 a day. He also is like, watch this training, blah, blah, blah. It's like, so confident, delivers exactly what you want, and he actually, it sounds like it's valuable, right? This one, interesting technique. So this is where like studying the market, studying what the fuck's going on TikTok or anything, right? It's like girls all talk about this manifestation bullshit, right? And so basically in this one, I think I've watched it, and he basically talks about like how to do it for men or something, right? And it's a bit bullshit to me, but it's like, it fucking did well. It got like a couple 100,000, or it got 50,000 views. And like most of his ones are getting 10, 20. This one, 240.
I'm going to give you a literal step-by-step walkthrough of how your life is going to look if you decide to start a business right now. And I know this is going to be
a fucking 4-minute video that's got 200k views, right? 3 million. Yeah, this one's funny. So I might do.
Pretty sure this is illegal.
I do a video like this because I've seen these videos, like they've been going for fucking years. So basically, it tells you to go into Facebook mom groups and sell fucking how to lose fat courses and blah blah blah. It's quite interesting if you actually watch it. So like this, there's so much interesting shit here. So I would study reels. If you want to do like reels or something, you can definitely write for people, but you have to get good at them. You can't just fucking do like 10 reels and then be like, oh, I'm gonna send out 20 emails a day and be like, I do reels for people and have a shit offer. Like, this is about volume, right? You're going to be doing these every single day for people, which means you need to have experience. If you can't write it well, no one's going to pay you, right? I need reels right now. I'm not going to pay someone who hasn't done at least fucking 20 or 30 reels, who really has studied this shit and has been coached about it. I would literally say do like 100 fucking reels. Like, there's no reason you can't. And the amount of time you're probably going to spend like fucking the next 3 weeks fucking around being like, I don't know whether to do this, I don't know whether to do that. And it's like, if you just spent that time doing 100 reels, you're now fucking 100 times better than anybody else at doing it. You studied, you really know what you're doing. And then you can just like, you can write them for the people you want to do them for, and then just give it to them and be like, and send it to them. Just be like, here's exactly how I deliver it. Here's an example of where it worked well for somebody else. It's 2 million views. I hope this is something you're interested in. I can write you reels like this every day. Boom, you've got a fucking client, right? So that's going to be it for this video. I don't have any more time to go through this shit, but this is pretty much it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you're going to do reels. Do a fucking 100 reels. Just comment if you're going to do 100 reels and just actually do them. Don't fuck around. All right, see you later, boys.
Now that you know what short form content writing looks like, you need to understand that there's actually a lot more money in writing YouTube scripts as well. YouTube scripts are a bigger project in general, and there's a lot of money to be made on YouTube. So in this lesson, I'm going to give you an introduction to YouTube script writing and explain how you can use this as an offer to close clients. What's up, guys? So this video is going to be called Understanding YouTube Script Writing, and this is probably one of the most important videos you will ever watch, because if you take what I apply through this training and through the rest of the trainings in this mini course, you could literally change your life, because YouTube script writing is like